Yeah, cue the Britney Spears. Oops, I did it again. It's about another Jeep. This one's hit pretty hard in the front, a couple of airbags deployed. They always look worse, oftentimes, than they actually are. That might not be the case with this one. We'll see. It's 2017, 69,000 miles on it. It's got brand new sneakers on it, man. Look at it. Look at the meters on there. It's got newer wheels on it. Yeah, soft top. Somebody was climbing on the soft top. Yeah. Let's see how this goes. All right, so goal number one on the 2017 JK Copart Special. Remove the front bumper and remove the radiator support. That's going to give us a better idea of what's going on behind it. I suspect there's a decent amount of hidden damage there. I have about a $5,000 budget on this one. Maybe $6,000. So we'll see if we can get some of this stuff stripped out of the way and then come up with a parts list. And here we go again. So I've just been chipping away at stripping this down to assess it. It got dropped off this week. Well, when did it get dropped off? Wednesday. So the last couple of days I've just been picking away at it. Got the radiator support off. Lots of hidden damage. You know, silly little things like the back of the radiator. Not radiator, that's an alternator. So the back of that being damaged. Fitting on the power steering pump got whacked. Power steering reservoir. This upper radiator support is destroyed, so we'll be replacing that. Battery box is destroyed, that'll get replaced. So basically what we're looking at this point, if you look at this, you may or may not see it on video. The front frame is bent. So this front horn, this one is, the driver's side is up about an inch higher than the passenger side. It's also bent inward. If you go back here to where it joins the frame, you can see it buckled right here, that's the purpose of these seams. They're supposed to have some give to them. So we'll be cutting that out, replacing it with a new section. We'll replace that. We'll get this roughly fitted, and then I'll send it out to the frame shop and have it measured. And if there's any pulling that needs to be done just to true it up, we'll do that. So today's goal is to just kind of head in that direction, get some of these old parts cut off. There's a bracket that's broken underneath on the differential. So I'll be assessing that. I'm going to pull the locator bar off because that's bent. So I'm going to continue stripping this thing off, and I'm not going to bore you with the details of actually doing it, but I'll show you, as I proceed. Okay, underneath the Jeep, pretty sure you can see that the entire differential is shifted over to the driver's side. You see how that spring is cocked? Big giant gap here between the wheel and the spring mount. Little teeny tiny gap here. So basically this entire differential, if you could see that spring is obviously shoved way over that way. So this whole thing is moved over. I believe that's because this track bar is bent, yanking the whole thing, it shortened it up, pulled it all over. So I'm gonna unbolt that and see what we get. We're gonna start with that and see what else is going on under there. Hopefully nothing else. All right, we got that kind of in the position we want to be in. We just got a ratchet strap holding it in. I took that bent track bar off. Additionally, it's got a little curve in it. I don't think that belongs there, and that would explain why the steering wheel is off center. So we ordered that up, outer tie rod. We ordered our adjustable track bar, which is going to get our differential in a good solid position. We ordered a couple of those brackets there because that one's just about ripped off. And that's probably going to do it for today until some parts show up. I ordered the power steering reservoir. You know, I ordered a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. Next, I'm going to just lower down and work on that wiring mess. We've got a broken 16-pin connector. We're going to see what we can do to get that in better shape. All right. All right, well, that's going to do it for today on the Jeep until parts start coming in. I did clean up that 16-pin connector, repaired the 2 broken wires that were there, and soldered and heat shrunk them. Got everything just black taped up. There's a couple of things I'm going to have to figure out where they go as I reassemble the Jeep. Not sure about that. There's another loom there that's got 2 wires in it. This looks like a 194 socket, so that probably goes up in the flare for the parking light. That stuff will all come together as it goes back together. I'm not going to do any more on this now because obviously I'm waiting on parts that I ordered, but I'm not going to start cutting metal off this until I have those replacement parts ready to roll. All right, super quick update on the 2017 Wrangler project. I spent a couple hours after work on a Friday night just cutting everything up, getting all the old damaged pieces off. And you can see I've replaced that front frame clip. That's all true and square and on there the way it's got to be. In addition to that, well, you can't see it, but the support, the frame support, this piece here, which goes all the way back there, I've replaced that. I mean, you can see it on this side. This side is untouched, but I had to replace that. You basically have to cut it behind that panel, weld a new piece in, or in this case, used piece. So that's good. I was just test fitting the fender that was on this Jeep. The color's a terrible match, but I might actually reuse that fender and just respray it. That's about it right now. It had shifted on this side all of the body mounts. So the body has to kind of just, I got to loosen all the mounts and just kind of shift the entire body on the chassis. Just about a ½ inch back on this side. Not super critical. Jeeps tend to have a decent amount of flex. I'm sure you've all seen the videos of bodies falling off Jeeps. That's a little extreme, but anyway, that's where we're at on this right now. I've got the radiator support in the shed. That'll probably be the next step. And then it'll be on to paint work. The hood needs to be repainted. That had been sprayed the same color as this fender, which again is just a horrible match. So we'll be spraying them. I think I have a fender for this side also. I'm not positive. But anyway, radiator support, paint work. I got to get a windshield put in it, and then it'll be on to bumper, front bumper. I got to decide which bumper I am going to install on it, what style. And then that'll be about it. A couple little odds and ends. This is a real good run. And of course, I got a bunch of inside stuff to do. Both airbags popped on this. They've got to be replaced. The control unit for them has to come out. That's got to be sent out. I believe the passenger side seatbelt is sprung. A bunch of miscellaneous nonsense before this thing starts to look like a Jeep. So stay tuned. Well, we're getting somewhere with her. At least she's starting to look like a Jeep now. Just ordered a bunch of miscellaneous stuff off of eBay. So hopefully in the next week or so, I'll at least be able to drive this thing around and see what's going on with it before we take care of airbags and seat belts and everything else. Looks like a Jeep suddenly. All right, well, love them or hate them, this Jeep's getting an angry grill. I am going to Raptor line it though. And for the first time, I'm going to be tinting Raptor liner. I've Raptor lined quite a few different things. Never tinted it before, so we're going to try that out. I'm also going to do the back side of the hood. And if those are a pretty close match, then I'll probably be doing the fenders and the quarters and the rockers as well. But baby steps. Let's give this a shot. I'm going to scuff up the grill, scuff up the hood, clean it up, and we'll tint that Raptor liner and see what we get. Okay, here's where we're at. I laid it on pretty heavy on the grill, and primarily because, you know, you're trying to get into all those nooks and crannies. There's a couple little spots that are going to have to get hit again. You know, the big issue doing the grill is, and that was one of my concerns, is, you know, I used a lot of material. So I went around the edges of the hood, and then just a very light smattering on the center. That's going to actually have insulation over it anyway. Why am I telling you this? Well, because my concern is that I'm running low on material. I was hoping just to use one bottle for the back of the hood and the grill. I believe I have enough in there to hit this a second time, or at least hit the spots where it's a little bit light, but I guess we'll have to see how that goes. All right, we got 60-minute flash time, so we're gonna need, I guess I'll go get something to eat. All right, stand by. Quick update on the 2017 Wrangler. Okay, got the Raptor-lined grill installed, put the running lights in, etc., etc. Ended up repainting the driver's side fender. It just had been previously repainted, did not match even a little bit. But then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to Raptor-line the lower rockers, but I'm also going to try and incorporate a stripe on the back of the fenders. You can see I got that scuffed down. I've never tried this before, so I don't know how well this is going to work, but we're going to give it a shot. We're going to see what happens. Experimentation time. Next step, we're going to completely cover up the Jeep and mask it off, and then we'll get some spraying done. And there you go. We got a rubber duck rated 4x4. Anyway, that shows you how sharp of a line you can get on that. There you go. One final clip. I just got the one fender flare on. All right, y'all. There's our progress for today. I'm pretty happy. We crammed a lot in Saturday. We got the stripe done with the Raptor liner. We got all four, those things. Fender flares. I'm sorry, I'm tired. Long day. Got all the fender flares on both sides. We got some cleaning up to do. Tomorrow, yeah, that's looking good. I'm real happy with that. Tomorrow, we're going to get the hood on and maybe lay that stripe out. At least get the hood on, because this is going to have to go outside. I want to get the white Jeep in. The cross member is here for that. I'm just trying to wrap stuff up. I have a little procedure on Wednesday on my meniscus in my left knee. We're just going to go in there and give it a detail, give it a good cleaning. So I just want to wrap a few things up now so I don't have them weighing on my head next week. All right, that's it for today. Looking ahead. We'll do something with those inner fender wells. Definitely going to put some probably aluminum inner fender wells in the front and maybe Raptor line these rear ones. Not sure. All right. Stay tuned. Man. All right. So we are just about done with Kelly's 2017 Jeep Wrangler. Affordable Auto Glass was here yesterday morning. They put the windshield in. P.S. If you guys are local, Ulster County, Dutchess County, surrounding areas, that's your guy, Affordable Auto Glass, out there in, I think he's in Milton. You can Google web him. He's out there, I'm sure. Anyway, he came, did the windshield. That allowed me to put the cowl on. You know, I did stripe both sides of the hood. I got our hood latches on. One last little project, and then all the cosmetics are done. I just ordered up a couple of inner fenders for the front. So let's pop them on real quick. They're pretty slick. You know, it gives it a little bit more of a finished look, I would say. What do you guys think? I mean, for the $65, they're aluminum. You know, they should last the life of this Jeep. Yeah, let me give you the gratuitous 10-foot shot. Yeah, that looks good. That looks, I'm very happy with how they look. They just finish off that wheel well nicely. And they kind of match the back, which I've got blacked out also. Very, very nice. Hopefully Kelly will be happy. And there you have it, a Jeep in the wild. Actually, 2 Jeeps in the wild. Just took this for its maiden voyage, about 5 miles to Kelly's house. I'll be driving it for the next week or 2 just to make sure there's no issues. And then we'll get it through salvage inspection and we'll get Kelly behind the wheel. All right, that's it for this project. On to the next one. Smitty, out.